pride of the High Plains, the Balko Bison are on the air. You're listening to Balko Bison Basketball live on the Balko Bison Sports Network. It is round 5 of the Class B men's basketball matchup between the Balko Bison and the Timberlake Tigers. If that name sounds familiar to you, it should. Just 2 rounds ago, Balko fell to Timberlake in the district championship game, 43-37, a game that was back and forth the entire game. Timberlake pulled away at the end. This time we have them on a neutral court. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a festive atmosphere. There's a lot of Timberlake fans here. There's quite a few Balko fans here as well. Everyone's kind of a little bummed out after the women's game, but we're hoping for a good showing from the men and maybe revive this crowd that definitely there's a palpable sadness, heaviness over here on this side. You can feel it. The crowd is definitely wanting to kind of get off their feet and make some noise, though, and so they have an opportunity to do that here in this game. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for today's game between Balko and Timberlake. Balko Bison basketball will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the Echo Dome here in Fairview, Oklahoma, where it's time for this playoff matchup between the Balko Bison and the Timberlake Tigers. The starting lineup for today's game. First, for the Timberlake Tigers to come into today's game with a record of 16 wins and 9 losses on the season. Junior number 1, Avery Wallace. Senior number 3, Jack McCoy. Junior number 5, Merrick Judd. Senior number 14, J.J. Pippin. And senior number 55, Cade Severin. And the Tigers are coached by Cale Pierce. For the Balko Bison, they come into today's game with a record of 10 wins and 10 losses on the season. Junior number 3, Nathan Smith. Senior number 5, Jaden Hall. Sophomore number 11, Peyton Parker. Senior number 32, Adam Creason. And senior number 55, Mason Ramju. And the Balko Bison are coached by Jake Regier. So it's going to be Balko. It's Balko, it's Timberlake, and it's on right here on the Balko Bison Sports Network. My name is David Vaughn. Very pleasant good afternoon to you all, wherever you may be. Thank you so much for listening to this broadcast of Balko Bison Basketball. If you are listening, leave us a message on Facebook, Balko Bison Sports Network, or on Twitter at Balko Sports. Let us know where you're listening from, who you're rooting for. We'd love to hear from you. Had a nice visit before the game with our friends from Timberlake. They're tremendous people over there. We've seen them several times. They've been pulling hard for us in these tournaments. We've kind of been pulling for them. It's weird that we're on opposite sides now, but we're happy to see them. Glad they made it here safely. Glad we made it here safely. So Balko's going to be in their home white uniforms with the script Balko across the chest, maroon lettering, maroon trim, and they'll be going from left to right across your screen to start the game. Timberlake will be in their road charcoal gray uniforms with black lettering and white trim, and they'll be going from right to left across your screen. It's going to be Cade Severin jumping for Timberlake and Jaden Hall jumping for Balko. Again, these teams just met 8 days ago, so they're somewhat familiar with each other. Official has the ball. It's in the air. Ball's in the backcourt. Levi Milliken is starting this game instead of Peyton Parker. So Milliken passes over to Hall. Hall driving into the lane, has the ball. Over to Creason. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Adam Creason. So Creason picks up his first foul. First team foul. And it'll be Timberlake basketball now. 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Into the front court, Wallace has the ball on the near side, driving in on Jaden Hall, utilizes the screen pass over to the far side, Jack McCoy. McCoy at the elbow, picks up his dribble, passing over to Merrick Judd on the near side. Judd with it, being guarded by Mason Ramju. Dribbling back now between the circles. Waiting for the offense to set. Levi Milliken is doing a good job guarding Cade Severin. Ball denial there. J.J. Pippin with it now, passing over to the far side again to McCoy. McCoy over to the corner to Wallace. Wallace three-point jumper is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Milliken. Tie ball, possession arrow favors Timberlake. That's right, because Balko won the opening tip. The arrow was showing Balko, or it was showing Timberlake ball, or showing Balko ball. The floater in the lane is good for Jack McCoy. First points of the game belong to Timberlake, and it's 2-0. Full court press being employed by the Tigers. Hall's pass is stolen by Pippen, coming back the other way. Jumper by Pippen is off the glass, no good. Rebound, we have a foul on the rebound. Loose ball foul, that's going to be on J.J. Pippen. That'll be his first personal foul. One team foul for Timberlake. And in the first minute of the game, each team has a foul. Nathan Smith with it on the far side, giving it back to Jaden Hall. Hall with it, bring it into the front court. Handing it off now to Nathan Smith between the circles, has the ball, dribbling. Passing over to Mason Ramju, who holds the ball above his head, finds Jaden Hall at the high post, has the ball, driving in. Passing back out to Nathan Smith. Balko to reset the offense, 6:33 to go here in the quarter. Back over to Nathan Smith. Being guarded by Jack McCoy. Loses the ball, picks it back up, loses it again. Wallace goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Over to Ramju on the far side. The free throw line extended, has the ball now back to the top of the key. Back to Nathan Smith. Balko's offense awfully stagnant here on this possession. Three-pointer for Ramju. In and out, no good. Rebound by Adam Creason. Put back is no good. Rebound picked up by the Tigers in the corner. A lot of bodies around it. Timberlake was able to get it over to the far side. Pippen bounce pass to the block to turn around. Jumpers off the front iron. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. I think they're going to call it travel. Oh, no, they'll call tie ball possession over favors Balko. It'll be by some basketball with 5:52 to go here in the quarter. Peyton Parker checking into the game, and Levi Milliken will have a seat. I think there was an inadvertent horn. Jaden Hall to inbound, does so to Nathan Smith. Full court press again being employed by Timberlake. Balko has struggled with that throughout the course of the year. Hall with it now into the front court, being guarded by Jack McCoy. That's a mismatch for Balko if they can take advantage, but he backs off. Being guarded now by Merrick Judd. Passing over to Mason Ramju, back to Hall. Hall with the top of the key, reverses course. Handing it off to Nathan Smith. Balko looking to play some possession ball here at this point. Adam Creason, the floater from 14 is off the front iron, no good. Rebound out of bounds. J.J. Pippen had his foot on the line. It'll be a turnover in Balko basketball with 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. Inbound goes to Creason. Over to Parker at the top of the key. Nobody was guarding him and he didn't see it. Giving it off now to Nathan Smith between the circles. Balko to reset. 5:08 to go here in the quarter. Parker over to Jaden Hall. In the corner, driving baseline. The floater is up and no good. Rebound picked up by Adam Creason. Going up strong, and there's a foul on the shot. Adam Creason will be at the line to shoot two. Creason doing excellent work on the offensive end in the early going of this one. Foul's going to be on Cade Severin. His first personal foul, second team foul for the Tigers. Adam Creason at the line to shoot two. 5:01 to go here in the first quarter. 2-0 Timberlake. Creason's first free throw is up and good. So Creason with his first point and the team's first point of the game. One more free throw forthcoming for the 6'3 senior from Balko. Spins the ball in his hands. Second free throw is on the way. Off the side of the rim, no good. And we have a blocking foul on Mason Ramju. So that'll be Ramju's first personal foul. Second team foul. Timberlake basketball to inbound on the sideline. Jack McCoy to inbound to Merrick Judd. Judd has it here walking up the court. 2-1 your score favor Timberlake. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Spin move, passing it back over to Wallace. Wallace over to Pippen on the far side, being guarded loosely by Hall, giving it back to Wallace now top of the key. Parker goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Jack McCoy has the ball still. Bounce pass to the lane. The shot is no good and a foul. That's going to be on Nathan Smith, his first personal foul. Second team foul. And Avery Wallace will be at the line to shoot two for Timberlake. Correction, that's 3 team fouls for Balko. So the junior from Timberlake to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is off the back iron and no good. One more free throw forthcoming for Wallace with 4:43 to go here in the first quarter. Free throw is up off the back iron, also no good. Rebound fought for, picked up by Adam Creason. So Wallace misses both. Into the front court, Jaden Hall giving it off now to Nathan Smith. 4.5 to go here in the first quarter, 2-1. Points at a premium in the early going here. Creason turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Wallace. Coming back the other way now with the Tigers. Hesitation dribble by Wallace, passing over to the near side. Merrick Judd with it, passing over to the wing. J.J. Pippin being guarded by Jaden Hall. Has the ball. Bounce pass to the top of the key. Avery Wallace with it. Wallace over to Judd. Judd driving in a Ramju. Double team comes, passing out over to the far side. McCoy for 3. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound off of Pippin, recovered by Hall. Hall dribbling through traffic, has the ball in the front court, out of a double team. Ball loses control, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover and Timberlake basketball. So Timberlake basketball with 3:52 to go here in the quarter. Over to the near side, Avery Wallace has it. Wallace driving in. Free throw line jumper for Wallace is up and good. Basket good for Wallace, and it's 4-1 Timberlake. Ramju with it, has room, didn't realize he had room, gives it back to Hall. Hall into the front court now with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Balko's offense struggling mightily in the early going of this one. Ramju has a bounce pass to Creason on the corner, has the ball, gives position, shot off the glass, no good but a foul. So Adam Creason will be back at the line to shoot 2 more. Foul on Avery Wallace, that'll be his first personal foul. 3 team fouls for Timberlake. So Adam Creason at the line. Free throws up and good. Chase Pierce checking into the game, and Cade Severin will have a seat for Timberlake. Bison relying on Adam Creason to have a big game today if they're going to have a shot of winning this game. Second free throw is also good. Adam Creason has he converts both. Is 3 of 4 from the line for the game, has 3 points, and it's 4-3 favor Timberlake. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Merrick Judd with it here, walking across the midcourt stripe. Being guarded loosely by Mason Ramju, who closes just a little bit, driving in now on Ramju. Bounce pass, Parker goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Pierce with it, passes over to the near side. Wallace driving around, passes hard off of the passes it hard off of Merrick Judd out of bounds. It'll be Balko basketball as Mason Ramju climbs into the bleachers behind the basket to go retrieve the ball. 2:56 to go here in the quarter, 4-3 your score. Adam Creason in the backcourt being guarded by Pierce. Aggressive defense by Pierce. Hall passes up to Smith. Smith brings it across the timeline. Double comes. Pierce bounce pass to Hall now. 2:44 to go here in the quarter. Giving it back now to Nathan Smith between the circles. Being guarded by Pierce. Pass over to Ramju. Ramju to Hall at the high post. Has the ball back to Parker. Parker for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Avery Wallace, who had good positioning on that one. Driving in now, Merrick Judd. Passing over to Pierce. Pierce driving the baseline. Double team comes. Bounce pass to the block. Pippin passes back to Wallace. Timberlake to reset. Smith goes for the steal and gets it. Into the front court. It's 1-on-1. Driving in. Offensive foul. Jack McCoy had position on that. So that foul is going to be on Nathan Smith. That'll be his second personal foul. Severin back into the game as Avery Wallace will have a seat for Timberlake. They're going to keep Smith in the ballgame with 2 fouls. 2:17 to go here in the quarter. 4-3 your score favor Timberlake. Jack McCoy has it now, driving in. Passing over to Pippin. Pippin driving the paint. Down to Severin, who loses control of it. Saved by Parker over to Hall. Parker got the ball in an awkward position. I think he kind of regretted picking it up because it would have been Balko ball if he'd have just let it go. Over to Hall now at the free throw line extended on the far side. 1:50. Long three-pointer. Bang! 3-point basket good for Jaden Hall. Balko with their first lead of the game, 6-4 with 1:41 to go here in the first quarter. Ball reversal over to Jack McCoy. McCoy holds the ball above his head, driving in on Smith. Double team comes over to Pippen. Pippen driving the baseline, loses control. Parker goes for the steal, gets it. Pick up now by Hall. Numbers back defensively for Timberlake. Hall with it, driving out. He's going to wait for numbers on his end. Nathan Smith with it now between the circles. A minute 21 to go here in the quarter. 6-4 your score favor Balko. Over to Jaden Hall. Hall being guarded by Pippen. Utilizing the Romju screen. Passes over to Parker. Parker driving baseline. Passes back to Hall. Hall's going to circle back out, and Balko's going to reset the offense now. 1:07 to go here in the quarter. Smith faking the pass, takes the dribble himself, being guarded by Chase Pierce. Over to Romju to Hall on the elbow. No-look pass picked up by Crease, and after it was deflected, out of bounds by J.J. Pippen, it'll be Balko basketball. Avery Wallace checking back into the game, and J.J. Pippen will have a seat for Timberlake. 59.2 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Mason Romju to inbound for Balko underneath their basket. Long outlet goes to Parker. It's deflected. Parker saves to Hall. Balko is set. Turnaround jumper for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Wallace. Into the front court now with the Tigers. Bounce pass to the corner. Chase Pierce has it, being guarded by Peyton Parker. Top of the key, Merrick Judd with it, driving in. Jump stop, pass over to Severin. Shot is blocked. Come back the other way now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Chase Pierce recovers. Timberlake to reset the offense. Half a minute to go here in the quarter. Merrick Judd with it, driving in. Romju goes for the steal and gets it. Romju ahead of everyone. Shot is no good. Blocked from behind. Hall's put back, also no good. Bodies on the floor all over the place. Into the front court now for Timberlake. Merrick Judd with it, driving the baseline. Romju goes for the steal, doesn't get it. The floater's good for Merrick Judd. His first points of the game. We're tied at 6. 5 seconds to go in the half. Driving in. Hall with it in the front court, crossover dribble, long three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the score. Balko 6, Timberlake 6. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment.
Physically, how am I feeling? Oh, yeah, all right. I did back-to-back games all season long. And we didn't hit any three-pointers in the first game, so I didn't have to raise my voice. I did. I know. Huh?
Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison and the Timberlake Tigers are tied at 6 after 1. For the Timberlake Tigers, Avery Wallace, Jack McCoy, and Merrick Judd with 2 points apiece. For Balko, Jaden Hall and Adam Creason with 3 points apiece. Balko only made 1 field goal in the quarter, and that was a 3-pointer by Jaden Hall. They're going to need for that to change. It'll be Timberlake ball here to start the second quarter. Judd bringing it into the front court. Picks up his dribble, passing over to the far side. Jack McCoy now over to Wallace. Wallace being guarded, hounded by Jaden Hall. Driving baseline. Pass deflected, picked up by Severin. The floater over Creason is no good. Creason gets the rebound. Come back the other way now for Balko. 7:38 to go here in the half. Tied up at 6. Hall walking it into the front court. Has the ball, crossover dribble, driving in. At the elbow now. Loses control of it, picks it back up. Over to Peyton Parker, wide open three-pointer. Bang! 3-point basket good for Peyton Parker. That's 3 for him. And the Bison with their largest lead of the game, 9-8. Mason Romju goes for the steal and gets a foul, and that's 2 on Mason Romju. So 2 fouls on Nathan Smith and Mason Romju in the early going of this one. J.J. Pippen back into the game for Timberlake as Cade Severin will have a seat. Inbound goes to Merrick Judd, and he'll bring it up the court for Timberlake. 7:13 to go here in the first half. 9-6 the score, favor Balko. Judd over to Avery Wallace, being guarded by Hall. Over now to Chase Pierce between the circles. Has the ball, still has dribble if he wants it. Passes over to McCoy on the near side. Being guarded by Smith. Smith gives him the inside lane. Over to Wallace. Wallace being guarded by Hall. Now back to Pierce between the circles. Thought about shooting from about 35. Opted not to. I don't think his coach would be too happy with that. Floater around the rim and good. Basket falls for Merrick Judd. That's 4 for him. And it's 9-8 Balko with 6:38 to go here in the first half. Creason has it in the backcourt. Finds Peyton Parker in the front court. And they'll wait for the offense to set now. Parker handing it off to Jaden Hall. 90 seconds gone here in the second quarter. 9-8 your score favor Balko. Coach Regier calling the play from the sideline. Hall, they're not going to guard him. Three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Rebound deflected and picked up by Timberlake. Avery Wallace has it, passing it off now to Merrick Judd, who's in the front court, over to Pierce on the far side. Pippen with it underneath the basket. Layup is off the glass and good. And Timberlake takes the lead 10-9 now with 6:03 to go here in the quarter. Creason with it, being guarded by Pierce in the backcourt. Needing to get rid of it, does so to Smith, but still in the backcourt. Smith races into the front court finally. It's deflected and stolen by Pierce, coming back the other way, driving all the way in. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Nathan Smith, but it'll be Timberlake basketball. 5:47 to go here in the first half. 1 point lead for Timberlake and the basketball inbounding underneath their basket. Jack McCoy to inbound for Timberlake, does so. And Mason Ramju commits the foul, and that's 3 fouls on Mason Ramju. So that's going to put Merrick Judd at the line to shoot 2 for Timberlake. Levi Milliken set to come in after the first free throw. First free throw is up and good. Judd converts the first free throw. Mason Ramju will have a seat and Levi Milliken will come in. 5:47 to go here in the first half. Judd's second free throw is up. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Parker. Giving it off to Jaden Hall. Timberlake defense retreats and Balko will bring it up uncontested. 5:40 to go here in the first half. 2 point lead for Timberlake. Hall with it. 1-1-3 zone being employed by Timberlake. Hall passes over to Smith. Smith between the circles being guarded by Pierce. Utilizing the Creason screen. Picked up by McCoy. Over to Hall on the far side. Finds Creason on the block with position shot off the glass. Good. 5 points for Adam Creason. We're tied at 11. 5:15 to go here in the quarter. Merrick Judd with it. Bounce pass over to the near side. Jack McCoy. McCoy over to Wallace being guarded by Creason. Looking to bounce pass in. Good defense by Levi Milliken. Ball reverses to Pippen. Pippen being guarded by Milliken. Jumper over him is good. That was good defense and better offense is all that was. Pippen with the basket. It's a 2 point lead for Timberlake. 13-11. 4:52 to go here in the first half. Creason to Smith. Smith into the front court. Back to Creason now between the circles. Over to Hall. Creason sets the screen. Hall's jumper from 12 is good. Jaden Hall with the floater from 12 feet. He has 5, and we're tied at 13. 4.5 to go here in the quarter. Bounce pass is deflected and picked up by Smith. Numbers back. We have a reach-in foul on Timberlake. That's going to be on Avery Wallace. It'll be Wallace's second personal foul. 14 fouls for Timberlake. It'll be Balko basketball inbounding in front of the Timberlake bench. Nathan Smith to do the honors for Balko. 4:27 to go here in the half. Tie ball game. Jaden Hall giving it back to Nathan Smith. You know you've got a good game when a crowd that's a pretty decent size is this quiet. You know you've got a good competitive game going on. Waiting to see what happens next. Creason sets the screen. Smith give and go. Over now to Creason. Creason with it into the paint. Turnaround jumper. The floater's off the back iron. No good. Rebound. Deflected out of bounds off of Levi Milliken. It'll be Timberlake basketball. 4:03 to go here in the first half. Tied at 13. This game so far is a carbon copy of the game from the other night. Very close game. Neither team leading by more than 4 points up until now. Nathan Smith deflects the pass out of bounds. Will be Timberlake basketball with 3:51 to go. Here in the second quarter, Jack McCoy has the ball inbounding at the end of the Balko bench. Inbound goes into the backcourt to Merrick Judd, and he'll walk it up. Judd being guarded by Hall. Cruises around him. Three-pointer uncontested. Misses everything. Pippen with the rebound. Over to Pierce. Pierce with the ball now. Three-pointer again uncontested is good. They didn't guard Jack McCoy, and he buried the three-pointer. So 3-point lead for Timberlake is 16-13. Creason splitting a double team. Into the front court over to Peyton Parker. Parker back to Creason. Creason over to Milliken. Milliken shuts up off the glass and good. Levi Milliken with the layup. His first points of the game, and it's a 1-point lead for Timberlake, 16-15. Jack McCoy with it, being guarded by Hall. Driving in, passing out of the double team, now over to the near side. McCoy thought about the three-pointer, opted not to take it, drives in instead, loses control of it. Picked up by Creason. Creason loses control himself, gives it back to Hall, and Balko's going to try and set. 3 minutes to go here in the half, a 1-point lead for Timberlake. Balko basketball. Hall driving in, jump stop, the floater is up, no good. Rebound deflected out of, it was not deflected out of bounds, it was saved. Driving into the front court quickly, the shot is blocked by Creason and a foul. So Adam Creason picks up his second personal foul, and that'll put Merrick Judd at the line to shoot 2 for Timberlake. So some fairly substantial foul trouble for Balko here in the early going of this one. Merrick Judd will shoot 2. Just 1 of 2 from the line so far in the game. The first free throw is off the front iron and no good. One more free throw forthcoming for the 6'2 junior from Timberlake. Taking 3 dribbles, second free throw is up and good. Judd converts 1 of 2. He has 6 points. He's 2 of 4 from the line for the game. Nathan Smith into the front court, throws it off to J.J. Pippen out of bounds. It'll be Balko basketball. Inbounding in front of the scorers table with 2:43 to go here in the half. Smith gives it to Hall. Timberlake 17, Balko 15 the score. Hall with it, driving the lane, circles it back out. Pippen goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Hall with it, passing over to Creason. Creason for 3. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose. Deflected, picked up by Jack McCoy. In transition, Timberlake coming the other way. Numbers back defensively, passing over now. Wide open jumper from the free throw lines off the glass and good. For Avery Wallace, that's 4 for him. Timberlake with their largest lead of the game now, 19-15, 2:10 to go here in the half. Hall over to Creason. Creason into the front court, has the ball. Driving all the way through the defense, hard off the glass. Rebounded by J.J. Pippen and a foul on Levi Milliken. That's going to be his first personal foul. 17 fouls, so that's going to put Timberlake at the foul line. So J.J. Pippen will be at the line for Timberlake to shoot the 1-1. 2:03 to go here in the first half. Timberlake already with a 4-point lead and the basketball. 1-1 forthcoming for J.J. Pippen. 6'3 senior from Timberlake takes the first free throw. It's on the way and good. So Pippen earns the bonus free throw. Kate Severin checking into the game as Avery Wallace will have a seat. Second free throw for Pippen is up. Around the rim, no good. Rebound by Creason. Almost stolen, but Creason was able to recover it. 2 minutes to go here in the half. Jaden Hall walking it up the court, brings it across the midcourt stripe, has the ball. 5-point lead for Timberlake, and a traveling violation on Adam Creason. So another turnover and Timberlake basketball. Jack McCoy to inbound from the far sideline, does so to Merrick Judd. The winner of today's game will advance to the area round of the playoffs. The loser will see their season end. Judd has it on the near side, being guarded by Hall. Top of the key, J.J. Pippen driving in through the double team shot off the glass, no good. Had a wide open shot and he missed it to J.J. Pippen. Jaden Hall with the rebound. Into the front court, Hall passes it to Milliken, giving it back to Jaden Hall. Hall driving in, floater over, double team, no good. Rebound, Milliken put back up, no good. Rebound still loose, picked up by Kate Severin. Coming back the other way now. Timberlake with numbers, if they see it, they don't. 1:10 to go here in the half, though. 5-point lead for the Tigers and the basketball. Balko just unable to convert offensively right now. Pierce with it, being guarded by Parker. Over to Pippen. Now to Judd. Judd driving in, has the ball, giving it off to Severin at the free throw line. Bounce pass, driving in now. Bounce pass too tall for Pippen. Deflected, picked up, and stolen by Hall. 48 seconds to go in the half. Balko in no hurry offensively. Jane Hall in the front court, gives it off to Milliken, back to Hall. Hall driving in. Pass is deflected and stolen. Coming back the other way now is Timberlake. 33 seconds to go here in the half. Into the front court, Merrick Judd. Balko's offensive passes have no purpose. They're slow, and they're being picked off now every time. Pippen, top of the key, giving it off now to Merrick Judd on the far side, has the ball. Hall goes for the steal, doesn't get it, passing back, reversing course. Driving in now. Back to Judd, over to Pippen, on the block. The shot over crease is good. 7 points for J.J. Pippen. Jaden Hall's shot at the buzzers off the top of the backboard, no good, into the balcony. And that's going to be the end of the first half with the score, Timberlake 22, Balko 15. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the first half recap and third quarter action live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment.
That was.
Welcome back to Fairview High School. And this fifth round OSSA Class B men's matchup between the Balko Bison and the Timberlake Tigers. Timberlake leading at halftime by a score of 22-15. Balko just not able to get on track offensively in any way. They're not fulfilling any of the objectives that they have for this game. They're not able to get out and run. They're not converting open shots. They're not able to get on track. And you just have to feel like if they do, that they're going to be able to turn this around, but they've got to be able to do it. You know, do they have another magical half like they've had so many of this season? And if they do, they will be able to win this game. But Timberlake is a good team. And unlike last time these two teams played, J.J. Pippin has kind of been able to have his way. Pippin leading all scores with 7 points, 6 for Merrick Judd, 4 for Avery Wallace, and 2 for Jack McCoy. 5 points for Jack McCoy, and 4 for Avery Wallace. For Balko, Jaden Hall and Adam Creason with 5 apiece, 3 for Peyton Parker, 2 for Levi Milliken. Mason Ramju is in foul trouble with 3. Adam Creason and Nathan Smith each have 2 fouls, so they're in foul trouble as well. For Timberlake, Jack McCoy has 3 fouls, Avery Wallace has 2. No, correction. Jack McCoy does not have any fouls. So my numbers were off, but I've got everything corrected now. So we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. It will be Balko basketball to start the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have the start of the second half live from Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma for the start of the second half. Timberlake leading Balko by a score of 22-15. It will be Balko basketball to start the second half. Nathan Smith to inbound on the far side. The inbound will be contested, but goes to Jaden Hall. Hall will walk it up the court. Hall with the crossover dribble, passing over to Adam Creason. Creason thought about the jumper, opted not to take it, passing back to Hall. 1-3-1 zone being employed by Timberlake. Elbow jumper for Creason is good. Adam Creason with 7 points now. And it's a 5-point game, 22-17. 7:37 to go here in the third quarter. McCoy has it now. Bounce pass over to Judd on the far side. Pass back now, Pippin top of the key, being guarded by Creason, looking to get rid of it, and throws it away into the bench. There'll be a turnover in Balko basketball. Momentary lapse of attention by Jack McCoy, causing a turnover. Will be Balko basketball. Full court press being employed by Timberlake. Hall passing over to Nathan Smith, will bring it into the front court. Numbers back defensively for Timberlake. Smith circles it back around, and Balko's going to reset the offense. Smith between the circles over to Hall. Hall has the ball, driving in on McCoy. Crossover dribble, finding Creason. Creason passing out of a double team. Hall for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound picked up by Nathan Smith. Balko to reset. Put back is good. And a foul. Basket good by Nathan Smith, his first points of the game, and he'll be at the line to complete the three-point play. Foul's going to be on Avery Wallace. That's 3 fouls on him. So the first Timberlake player in foul trouble. Cade Severn will check back into the game as Avery Wallace will have a seat. So Timberlake now with their large lineup on the floor. Nathan Smith at the line looking to complete the three-point play. Free throws up, and good. So Smith converts, he has 3 points, and it's a 2-point game, 22-20. Balko looking much crisper here in the third quarter. Ball's deflected out of bounds, another turnover, Balko basketball. That's Jack McCoy's second turnover of the half. Jaden Hall with it, full court press again being employed by Timberlake as they've done for most of this game. Creasing with it into the front court, being guarded by Pippen on his hip. Driving in, a blocking foul, baskets, oh! They'll say the foul was before the shot. That looked like it was going to be an and one. But the blocking foul on Timberlake fell on Cade Severn. That'll be his second personal foul. The Balko fans were ready to erupt. Mason Romju to inbound from the baseline finds Smith, but it's deflected and stolen. Coming back the other way now, Merrick Judd with it. 2-point lead for Timberlake and the ball. Judd into the front court, stolen by Romju. Pass too far for Smith, but he's able to recover. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with him. 6:33 to go here in the third quarter. Timberlake 22, Balko 20. Balko buys the basketball, continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, and the Echo Dome, where Timberlake leads Balko by a score of 22-20. The referee had the ball and apparently dribbled it right in the middle of all the cheerleaders, the Balko cheerleaders, and they all scattered. It was hilarious. Mason Romju to inbound for Balko. Balko again in their home white uniforms with the maroon script Balko across the chest, maroon lettering and maroon trim. Inbound goes to the top of the key. Nathan Smith for 3, wide open. Bang! 3-point basket good, Nathan Smith. 6 points in the quarter for him, and Balko regains the lead, 23-22. 6:22 to go here in the third quarter. Down to the block, Jack McCoy has it. And we have a foul on the floor. I think that's going to be on Nathan Smith. Yeah, foul's going to be on Nathan Smith. That'll be his third personal foul. So he's got to be careful. Nathan Smith with 3 and Mason Romju with 3. Inbound goes to Judd on the far side, being guarded by Romju. Driving in on Romju. The jumper is no good. Offensive rebound though by McCoy. Timberlake to reset, balls on the floor. Tie ball. Possession arrow favors Timberlake. It'll be Tiger basketball. 6:05 to go here in the quarter. Coach McGear loving what he's seeing as far as the aggression from Balko here in this half. Balko's starting the quarter on an 8-0 run. And that's a welcome sight for Balko. They haven't been on any kind of run in this game. Long outlet goes almost all the way to the backcourt. Pippen has it. It's deflected out of bounds by Hall. Timberlake basketball. Nice hustle by Jaden Hall on that. Timberlake to inbound now in front of the Balko bench. That's how far back the ball went. Jack McCoy inbounds to Merrick Judd. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Balko outscoring Timberlake 8-0 so far in the quarter, driving the lane. The floater over Hall is no good. Rebound deflected out of bounds off Timberlake. Balko basketball. 5:52 to go here in the third quarter. Balko with a 1-point lead and the ball. Timberlake has led this game by as many as 10. Balko's led by as many as 4. Hall with it in the backcourt, giving it off to Creason. Creason finds Peyton Parker. Numbers for Balko now. Over to Romju. Romju back to Creason. They're going to wait now. The offense will set. Hall with it, being guarded by Jack McCoy. Driving in on McCoy, double team comes by Pippen. Wraparound dribble by Hall on the far side, pass it back to Creason between the circles. Balko to reset the offense. Giving it off now to Nathan Smith. Smith between the legs dribble over to Hall. Wasn't ready for it, has the ball though. Over to Creason. Creason's going to drive the lane. Between the legs dribble at the elbow, back to Hall. Balko to reset one more time. 5:15 to go here in the quarter. Back to Creason, wide open three-pointer. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Merrick Judd. Coming back the other way, Timberlake with numbers. Driving all the way, shots hard off the glass, no good. Put back also no good. Rebound Save to Timberlake. And Jaden Hall commits the foul on the floor. Hall went for the ball and got a lot of body on that. So the foul's going to be on Jaden Hall. That'll be, I think, his first personal foul. It is. Second team foul for Balko. Timberlake basketball inbounding on their baseline. J.J. Pippen at the foul line has it, being guarded by Hall, driving in. The jumper is no good, and a foul, a reaching foul on the shot. And I think that's going to be on Adam Creason. It is, and that's 3 fouls on Adam Creason. So Ronju, Creason, and Smith all with 3 fouls now. J.J. Pippen at the line to shoot 2 for Timberlake and a chance to give them the lead back. 4:57 to go here in the third quarter. 23-22 your score, favor Balko. First free throw is up and good. Pippen converts the first of 2. Second free throw forthcoming for the 6'2 senior from Timberlake. It's up and also good. Pippen converts both. He's 5 of 6 from the line and he has 9 points. And Timberlake now has a 1-point lead, 24-23. Parker with it, passes over to Smith. Smith now goes up, hard foul, and Smith will go to the line. That foul is going to be on J.J. Pippen. For Pippen, that'll be his second personal foul. 3 team fouls for Timberlake. So Nathan Smith, who's coming alive here in this third quarter, is at the line to shoot 2 for Balko. First free throw is on the way and good. The 5'8 junior from Balko converts the first free throw, has 1 more forthcoming, takes a couple dribbles. Second free throw is up around the rim, no good. And a loose ball foul on Jaden Hall. That's going to be his second. So Smith converts 1 of 2. He has 7, and we're tied at 24 with 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. Jack McCoy bringing it up the court for Timberlake. Driving in now. The double team shot is blocked by Hall, out of bounds off of Merrick Judd. It'll be Balko basketball. Avery Wallace back into the game as Cade Severin will have a seat. Full court press being employed by Timberlake. Ball goes to Jaden Hall. Giving it back to Creason. Creason driving it on Pierce. Crossover dribble. Finds Peyton Parker in the front court, giving it off to Jaden Hall. Coach Aguirre telling him to slow down and set. 4:23 to go here in the quarter, tied up at 24. Creason over to Hall. Hall has the ball. Driving in. 13-foot jumper is off the back iron. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Timberlake. Coming back the other way. Numbers for the Tigers. Into the front court. Shot is no good. Offensive rebound put back is also no good, and a foul on the shot. Foul is going to be on Nathan Smith, and that's 4 fouls on Nathan Smith. So Nathan Smith committing his 4th personal foul. Avery Wallace at the line to shoot 2 for Timberlake. First free throw is up and good. 5 points for the 6'5 junior from Timberlake. Second free throw forthcoming. Taking a couple dribbles. Second free throw is up. Around the rim and also good. So Wallace converts both. And it's a 2-point lead for Timberlake now, 26-24. Creason passing over to Parker, being guarded by Pippen, giving it back to Creason. Creason will bring it across the timeline halfway through the third quarter. Jaden Hall with it, driving in on Pippen. Reverses course. Driving baseline, having it up to Smith for 3. Misses everything, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, come back the other way. Into the front court, Jack McCoy with it, being guarded by Hall. Balko needs to stop here. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. Timberlake 26, Balko 24. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview High School, where Timberlake leads Balko 26-24, 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. Jack McCoy with the ball, and he'll walk it up the court for the Tigers. Into the front court, passing over to Merrick Judd. Judd has it at the free throw line extended on the far side, looking to get rid of it. Being guarded by Ramju, utilizes his dribble. Jack McCoy cleared out, no call, has the ball, passing all the way back out now to Pierce, back to McCoy. McCoy in the corner now, being guarded by Nathan Smith. Driving in on Smith, picks up his dribble, and he traveled with it. So be a turnover, Balko basketball, 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. 2-point lead for Timberlake, Balko basketball. Adam Creason to inbound in front of the Timberlake bench. Nathan Smith has it in the backcourt, giving it off to Jaden Hall on the far side, looking to get rid of it. Does so to Ramju. Ramju's pass is deflected and stolen. Balko just not getting much on their passes at all in this entire game. They haven't. The entire game, their passes have kind of been soft. And Timberlake is eating them up for lunch. Under 3 to play now here in the third quarter. Top of the key, Avery Wallace with it being guarded by Hall. Splitting the double team, loses control, and a reach-in foul. I think they're going to call on Jaden Hall, a delayed call. For Jaden Hall, that's going to be his third foul. 16 fouls for Balko. Timberlake basketball. Merrick Judd with it. Feeds Wallace, turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive rebound. In the paint, the shot is no good. Rebounded by Hall. Triple team comes. Hall with it, racing into the front court. Heavy pressure by Timberlake. Hall dribbled around it. Almost looked like he double dribbled. They did not call it. Creason with it between the legs dribble, has the ball. Elbow jumper for Creason is no good. Rebounded by Merrick Judd. Ramju hits the ground hard, coming back the other way now into the front court. Pierce with it. 17-foot jumper, wide open is good. Chase Pierce with his first basket of the game. Timberlake with a 4-point lead again. 28-24, inbound goes to Hall. He's trapped near the sideline, still has his dribble. Double team comes, giving it back to Creason. Outlet over to Ramju. Ramju had it over when the shot is off the glass. No good, contact, no call. Rebounded by J.J. Pippen. Giving it back to McCoy. Timberlake now with a 4-point lead and the basketball. 1:50 to go. Pierce between the circles being guarded by Parker. 28-24 your score favor Timberlake. Over to the far side, Wallace giving it off to Judd. Judd's pass too tall for everyone, goes out of bounds. Off of Timberlake, it'll be Balko basketball. 1:34 to go here in the quarter. Balko's made a dent, but they've not been able to sustain their momentum. Hall giving it off to Creason. Over to Parker, who's now in the front court with the ball. Back to Creason. Creason driving in. Cross-court pass to Smith for 3. No good. Rebounded by J.J. Pippen. Come back the other way now for the Tigers. 1:15 to go here in the quarter. Balko's not made a basket in 5 minutes of game time, so turnaround jumper's good for Merrick Judd. 8 points for him. Timberlake leads back up to 6 now, 30-24. Pass is stolen and a foul. That foul is going to be on J.J. Pippen, his third personal foul. Balko basketball with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Balko needs a basket right now. Creason gives off to Parker. Parker with it. Looking to get rid of it. Can't. Finally does so to Creason. Creason driving in. Has the ball. Loses control. 10-foot jump off the glass and good. For Adam Creason, that's 9 points for him. And it's 30-26 with 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Wallace over to the near side. McCoy now driving baseline. The floater over Creason is good. 7 points for Jack McCoy. Back to a 6-point lead now for Timberlake. Smith has it now in the front court, being guarded by J.J. Pippen. Circles back around, waiting for the offense to set. Throws it to nobody in particular. It's going to be a turnover. Cade Severin set to check back in for Timberlake. And the Tigers can take their largest lead of the game with a basket on this possession. 19.6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Levi Milliken checking in. Nathan Smith will have a seat. Merrick Judd with it in the backcourt. Being guarded by Mason Ramju, has the ball, spin move, passes over to McCoy. Over to the near side, Wallace has it, being guarded by Creason. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Eyeing the clock, Reverses course to the near side. Merrick Judd with it, being guarded by Ramju. Back to the top of the key, driving into the paint. The jumper at the buzzer is in and out, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score Timberlake 32, Balko 26. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter recap and the start of the fourth quarter live from Fairview. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma for the start of the fourth quarter where the Balko Bison trail the Timberlake Tigers by a score of 32-26. 9 points for J.J. Pippen, 8 for Merrick Judd, 7 for Jack McCoy, 6 for Avery Wallace, and 2 for Chase Pierce. For Timberlake, for Balko, 9 for Adam Creason, 7 for Nathan Smith, 5 for Jaden Hall, 3 for Peyton Parker, and 2 for Levi Milliken. Hall driving in, finds Peyton Parker wide open, three-pointer, bang! Three-point basket good for Peyton Parker. That's 6 for him. It's a three-point game, 32-29 favor Timberlake. 7:40 to go in the ball game. Jack McCoy has it now, being guarded by Nathan Smith. Over to the far side, Wallace with it, driving in on Hall. Double team comes, passing over to Merrick Judd. Judd, three-pointer. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Nathan Smith. Wrestles it away from a couple of defenders, passing over to Adam Creason. Pierce goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Creason in the front court, giving it off to Jaden Hall. Hall with the crossover dribble, being guarded by McCoy. That's a mismatch for Balko if they can exploit it. Free throw jumper for Creason, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Mason Ramju, saved by Smith. Bounce pass to Parker off the glass, good. Peyton Parker with a hot start to the quarter has 8 points, and it's a one-point game now, 32-31. Favor Timberlake. If Balko can sustain this run, Severin with the ball, turnaround jumpers, no good. Rebound by Adam Creason, come back the other way. Balko with a chance to take the lead with the basket. 6:45 to go in the ball game. Creason walking up the court, giving it off to Hall between the circles. Hall has it, handing it off to Nathan Smith. Smith being guarded by Pierce. Over to Hall at the free throw line, extended on the near side, has the ball. Hall wants to get rid of it, no one to give it to, so he'll take it himself. Coach Regier calling for a screen, does not come. Hall with it, reverses to Creason. Having the ball top of the key. Spin move in the paint, the floater from 10's off the glass, and good! For Adam Creason, 11 points for him. First play for either team in double figures. And Balko retakes the lead, 33-32. The floater is no good. Rebound by Jaden Hall. And a foul in the backcourt. Foul's going to be on Merrick Judd. That'll be his first personal foul. 5 team fouls in the half. It'll be Balko basketball inbounding from the sideline on the near side. What that does do is give Fairview a chance to set their full court press. Hall inbounds from the baseline, off the sideline. Creason with it. And it's deflected, saved, and stolen. Come back the other way. Driving in, the jumper is up and good. Floater's good for Jack McCoy. That's 9 for him. It's a 1-point lead for Timberlake. 34-33. Creason driving the sideline, has the ball, loses control, and stolen. Coming back the other way, numbers for Timberlake, 3-on-1. Bounce pass to Pierce, the shot off the glass and good. 4 points for Chase Pierce. It's a 3-point lead for Timberlake, 36-33. Balko's had issues with this full court press all season long, and they're coming to the forefront here right now. Jaden Hall with it now on the near side. 5:25 to go here in the ball game. 3-point lead for Timberlake. Hall with the crossover dribble, passing out of a double team over to Adam Creason, has the ball, driving the lane, shooting over a triple team shot is good. 13 for Adam Creason. 1 point lead for Timberlake, 36-35. 5:10 to go here in the ball game. Jack McCoy with the ball. Over to Pierce at the free throw line extended on the far side. Back now to the top of the key. J.J. Pippen being guarded by Hall. Bounce pass to the near side. McCoy looked away, was able to get the ball back, however. Being guarded by Nathan Smith, who's got to be careful. He has 4 fouls. Passing out of a double team. Pierce, the 16-foot jumper is up off the front iron. No good. Rebounded by Creason, and a foul in the backcourt. That'll be 16 fouls for Timberlake. Foul's going to be on Cade Severin. That's 3 on him. 4:45 to go here in the ball game. Timberlake 1 point lead. Balko basketball. Nathan Smith with it now on the near side. Pierce knocks it away. Pass to Hall is too far. He's able to tightrope the sideline, and it's saved and stolen. Coming back the other way. Nice defensive effort. Nice defensive effort coming the other way as well. It will be Timberlake basketball as Nathan Smith was able to deflect it out of bounds. 4:32 to go here in the ball game. Timberlake 36, Balko 35. Inbound goes to McCoy in the backcourt, and he'll bring it up. McCoy met by Nathan Smith. Passing over to Merrick Judd on the far side, has the ball being guarded by Ramju. Back to the top of the key, J.J. Pippen being guarded by Hall, driving in. Passing over to the near side, McCoy with it. McCoy driving in, double team comes, can't get rid of it now. Does so cross court to Pippen, Pippen driving in on Hall, spin move in the paint, the floater's off the glass, good and a foul. No good, but a foul. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Jaden Hall. So J.J. Pippen will be shooting 2 for the Tigers with 4:08 to go here in the quarter. Tigers with a 1 point lead. First free throw is off the back iron, no good. One more free throw forthcoming for the 6'2 junior from Timberlake. Taking a couple dribbles, free throws up, and good. Pippen converts 1 of 2. He has 10 points. He's the first Tiger player in double figures. It's a 2 point lead for Timberlake, 37-35. Creason with it now. Bring it into the front court. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Hall wide open, 3-pointer. Bang! 3-point basket, good. Jaden Hall. 8 points for him. And Balko regains the lead, 38-37. 3:50 to go here in the ball game. Judd within the front court, passing over to Pierce on the far side as the ball being guarded by Peyton Parker. Back now to the top of the key, J.J. Pippen with it. Ramju goes for the steal, doesn't get it, ball loose on the floor, stolen. Pippen goes for the steal, doesn't get it, Creason giving it off to Nathan Smith. 3.5 to go here in the ball game. 1 point lead for Balko and the basketball. Man, Balko could go for one of their patented runs at this point. Hall with the spin move, bounce pass out of a double team over to Ramju, back to Hall, now 3:20 in the ball game. Crossover dribble, passing over to Creason at the top of the key, splitting a double team, the floater's off the glass, no good. Rebound by Ramju, put back is good. Mason Ramju with the basket, his first points of the game. It's a 3-point lead for Balko, 40-37, 3:07 to go here in the ball game. Into the front court, Jack McCoy with it. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it with him. 3:01 to go here in the ball game. Balko 40, Timberlake 37. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where Balko leads Timberlake 40-37. Timberlake basketball. Inbound goes way into the backcourt. Ramju commits the foul, and Ryson Ramju, that's going to be 4 fouls on him. And so that's going to put Timberlake at the line. 3 minutes exactly to go here in the ballgame. 40-37 the score. Merritt Judd at the line to shoot the 1-and-1 for Timberlake. Judd with 8 points so far in the game. Judd takes 3 dribbles. The free throws on the way. Around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Hall. Wrestling it away from J.J. Pippen. Hall has it. He'll bring it into the front court. 2:50 to go in the ball game. Creason driving in. The floater from 13. No good. Rebounded by Timberlake. Coming back the other way. Merritt Judd wanted to race into the front court. Ahead of everyone. The floater is no good. Good, and a foul. Basket good for Merritt Judd. That's 10 for him. That's 4 fouls on Adam Creason. So Nathan Smith, Jaden Hall, Adam Creason, and Mason Romju each with 4 fouls. Merritt Judd with a chance to tie the ball game on this free throw. Around the rim and good. Judd converts. He has 11 points now to lead all Timberlake scores. And we are tied at 40 with 2:40 to go in the ball game. Hall looking to get rid of it. Can't find anyone. Does so finally to Parker. Parker into the front court. Over to Nathan Smith. Smith finds Mason Romju on the far side. 2:27. Balko now to set the offense. Hall over to Creason now between the circles. Has the ball being guarded by Judd. Handing it off to Nathan Smith. Pierce bounce pass to Hall. 2:13 to go here in the ballgame. Balko waiting to reset. Hall to Creason. Back to Hall. Parker wide open three-pointer. Off the front iron. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Adam Creason. With the ball bounce pass to Romju. Romju off the glass. No good. Rebound by Hall. Goes back up. Foul. So Jaden Hall will be at the line to shoot 2 for Balko. Oh no, they're going to say the foul's on the floor. The foul's going to be on J.J. Pippen. That's 4 fouls on him. So J.J. Pippen, the first Timberlake player in foul trouble. Jaden Hall at the line to shoot 1-and-1. Tied up at 40 with 1:55 to go here in the ballgame. Hall's free throw is up and good. 9 points for Jaden Hall. One more free throw forthcoming for the 6'4 senior from Balko. Second free throw is up and good. Hall converts to both. He has 10 points. It's a 2-point lead for Balko. 1:54 to go here in the ballgame. 42-40. Reminder that the winner of today's game will advance to area, while the loser will see their season end. McCoy passing over to the near side. Avery Wallace being guarded by Hall. Passing back to McCoy. McCoy driving in on Smith. All the way to the lane. Shots off the glass and good. And Balko really had no choice. It's 11 points for McCoy. They've got to let him kind of go at this point. Creason walking up the court. 90 seconds to go here in the ballgame. Tied at 42. Jaden Hall with it now on the near side. Balko with 4 timeouts remaining. Timberlake with 3. Neither team with a foul to give. Hall with it toward the near side. 1:13 to go in the ballgame. Hall driving in through a double team. Finds Romju. The shot's off the glass. No good, and a foul. That's going to be on Merritt Judd. That'll be 2 fouls for him. Mason Romju at the line now to shoot 2 for Balko. Romju, not a particularly good free throw shooter, but now would be a terrific time for him to sink a couple. Romju's first free throw is on the way, and good. 3 points for Mason Romju. One more free throw forthcoming for the 5'9 senior from Balko. Balko sending all defenders back. Second free throw is on the way. And good. Romju converts both. He has 4 points. And it's a 2-point lead for Balko. 44-42 with 1:05 to go in the ballgame. Just looking ahead here a little bit. Balko's not been in an overtime game this season. I don't know about Timberlake. Well, Timberlake has been in one. Driving in Judd. Pass back now to the free throw line over to McCoy. McCoy has the ball reversing course over to Wallace. Wallace has it driving in on Hall. The floater's good. 8 points for Wallace. Timeout Timberlake. We'll take it with them. 45 seconds left to go here in regulation. Balko 44, Timberlake 44. Balko buys the basketball. Continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma in the Echo Dome, where we are tied at 44 with 45 seconds left to go here in regulation. It's Balko basketball. They'll be inbounding from the baseline. I think they'll have the full use of the baseline since it's coming off of a made basket. Timberlake's going to employ a full court press. Jaden Hall to do the inbounding honors for Balko. First and foremost, you've got to inbound it cleanly if you're Balko. Inbound goes to Adam Creason. He has the ball in the backcourt. Next thing you got to do is avoid a 10-second call. Creason over to Hall. Over to Smith, who's in the front court. 37 seconds left to go in regulation. Over to Hall. And Smith passes out of a double team. Balko's going to hold for the last shot, it looks like. Half a minute to go here in regulation. Hall has it on the near side, being guarded by McCoy. Over to Creason. 25 seconds left to go. Creason eyes the clock. McCoy goes over to guard him. 17 seconds left to go here in regulation. Hall with it now on the near side, being guarded by Judd. Avoided turnover here. Adam Creason with it now, back to Hall. 8 seconds left to go. Coach McGear tells him to go. Hall driving in, giving it out to Parker. Parker over to Hall. Hall at the buzzer. No good, and we're going to overtime. So free extra basketball here from the Echo Dome here in Fairview, Oklahoma. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have overtime for you live from the Echo Dome here in Fairview, Oklahoma. Balko Bison basketball will continue in a moment. Welcome back to the Echo Dome here in Fairview, Oklahoma. 44-44 your score at the start of overtime. Overtime rules here. Team fouls do not reset. Personal fouls do not reset. It will be a 4-minute quarter. Each team gets an additional timeout. So Balko will have 5, Timberlake will have 3, so plenty of timeouts. Neither team's really in danger of losing those. They will re-jump the ball. And it'll be alternating possession arrow just like in a regular game. Balko will remain going from right to left across your screen. Oh no. Balko's going to go from left to right. Timberlake's going to go from right to left. So now the teams are going to be opposite their benches, which is going to make things much harder. So Wallace to jump for Timberlake, Hall to jump for Balko. Tip is controlled by Timberlake. Come back the other way. J.J. Pippen has it, giving it off now to Merrick Judd. 3:52 to go here in overtime. McCoy with it on the near side, top of the key to Avery Wallace. Wallace looking to get rid of it, driving in now over the double team. The floater over Hall's no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Offensive rebound. Timberlake to reset. Judd driving in now. The jumper in the paint is good for Merrick Judd. That's 13 for him. Tying in with game high honors. That's 46-44 Timberlake. Nathan Smith now with it in the front court. Quadruple team comes. He'll circle back out. Bounce pass to Hall. 3:22 to go here in overtime. 2-point lead for Timberlake Balko basketball. Nathan Smith with it. Versus course over to Peyton Parker. Pass is deflected out of bounds. It'll be Balko basketball inbounded from the baseline. 3:14 to go here in the extra period. Mason Ramji to inbound from the baseline. This was a game that was deserving of overtime the other day, and it didn't get there as Timberlake pulled away late. This game going to overtime seems like poetic justice. Hall with it now. A minute gone here in the extra period. Crossover dribble, finds a wide open Ramji. Ramji going up, shot is good, a foul! Basket good for Mason Ramji, 6 for him. Foul's going to be on Avery Wallace. That'll be 4 fouls on him. Mason Ramji at the line to try and convert the 3-point play. Ramji's free throws up and good. Ramji's 3 for the line for the game, has 7 points. It's a 1-point lead for Balko, 47-46. 2:55 to go here in overtime. Jack McCoy with it in the front court, passes over to Judd on the far side. Back to Wallace, top of the key, driving in through a double team. The shot is off the glass and good. Avery Wallace turns for the other end there with the basket He's the fourth Timberlake player in double figures. It's a 1-point lead for the Tigers, 48-47. Nathan Smith has it near the timeline, giving it back to Jaden Hall. Hall will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Now 2.5 to go here in the extra period. Timberlake by 1. Balko basketball. Hall hesitation dribble, passing off to Creason. Creason wanted the screen, didn't get it. Going for the steal, also doesn't get it. Parker, 6-foot jumper, no good. Rebounded by J.J. Pippen, and a foul on the rebound. That foul's going to be on Peyton Parker. That's his first personal foul. Timberlake in the double bonus, and at the line will be J.J. Pippen to shoot 2 for Timberlake. Pippen with 10 points for the Tigers. Timberlake 48, Balko 47. And neither team wants to give the other points with the clock stopped at this point. First free throw is up and good. 11 points for Pippen. As Cade Severn will check into the game for Timberlake. Avery Wallace will have a seat. Pippen's second free throw is up. And it misses everything. He airballs the free throw. And that's a sign of just tired arms. You know, you're in an extra period. When you haven't played many overtime games, you're not used to that. And that lactic acid gets awfully strong. Smith with it in the front court now. Double team comes. He dribbles through it. Passing over to Adam Creason. Timberlake with a 2-point lead. Balko basketball. 2:07 to go here in overtime. Hall has the ball, holding it high above his head, being guarded by Pippen. Hall retreating to near the midcourt stripe. Crossover dribble. Between the legs dribble. Has the ball. Loses control. Giving it off down to Nathan Smith. Smith foot on the line. Basket no good. Rebounded by Jack McCoy, coming back the other way. 1:47 to go here in overtime. Long outlet to Pierce. Pierce wide open. Severn shot off the glass is good. Severn's first points of the game. It's a 4-point game. 1:37 to go here in regulation. Or not regulation, but in overtime. Smith for 3. No good. Rebound Timberlake. And I feel like Balko's just run out of gas. Because their shots aren't close. The Bison shots are not close. And now Coach Pierce calls timeout. We'll take it with him with 1:19 to go in overtime. Timberlake 51, Balko 47. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma. 1:19 to go here in overtime. Timberlake 51, Balko 47. It'll be Timberlake basketball inbounding from the far sideline. Avery Wallace to do the inbounding honors for the Tigers. Inbound goes into the backcourt. Merrick Judd with it, met out there by Mason Ramju. Into the front court now with it, 1:13. Over to the near side, Jack McCoy. Timberlake's just going to run clock. Dribbling out of a double team. Pippen with the ball on the block. The shot is up and good. 13 points for J.J. Pippen, 6-point lead. Under a minute to play. Tigers leading by 6. Jaden Hall, 3-pointer contested. Off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Timberlake. Circling around is Merrick Judd. Passing over now to Avery Wallace. Wallace in the front court, 45 seconds to go. Judd passing back out to McCoy on the far side. Has the ball. Double team comes. Now has to Pierce on the far side. Driving in now over to Wallace. Half a minute to go here in the ball game. Timberlake with a 6-point lead and the basketball. Parker with the foul. So Jack McCoy will be at the line to shoot 2. For Parker, that'll be his second personal foul. Double bonus for Timberlake, and so McCoy will be at the line to shoot 2. If he converts either of these, it's essentially the end of the ball game. First free throw is up, off the back iron, no good. One more free throw forthcoming for the senior from Timberlake. Second free throw is up. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Hall. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 29 seconds left to go here in overtime. Timberlake 53, Balko 47. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment. Welcome back to Fairview, Oklahoma, where the Balko Bison trail the Timberlake Tigers 53-47 with 30 seconds left here in overtime. Balko's going to have to work very, very quickly. It appears almost as if just Balko used all of their gas, completing the comeback to send it to overtime. And here in the overtime period, they just haven't had much left. They've played hard, but Timberlake is a good team. Hall has it between the circles with the ball. Three-pointer over Pippin is off the back iron, no good. Rebound, loose picked up by Ramju, shot off the glass and good. 9 points for Mason Ramju, timeout on the floor with 14.3 seconds left. 53-49 your score. Still a two-possession game though, so that really didn't do anything to help Balko. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Balko Bison basketball continue in a moment.
Like 500 people doing that, how annoying that would
be. Welcome back to Fairview High School, 53-49 Timberlake, 14 seconds left here in overtime. Avery Wallace to inbound for Timberlake. He does have the full use of the baseline here. Inbound goes to Merrick Judd in the backcourt. Into the front court, Pippin has the ball. The layup is off the glass and good. 15 points for J.J. Pippin, and that's going to be the ball game. Creased into the front court, three-pointer, no good. And that's the ball game in the season with your final score, Timberlake 55, Balko 49. So Timberlake will advance to area. Balko will see their season come to an end. The Bison season will end with a record of 10 wins and 11 losses on the season. Despite the record, it was a good season for Balko. They overcame a lot, and I mean a lot, to get to this point. Losing 2 starters for the season due to injury. This has been a very good run for Balko, and they have nothing to hang their heads about. Timberlake is a very good team, and they're going to win some games even at the area level. So Balko cannot leave this game with their heads held high. or they need to leave this game with their heads held high. So the Timberlake will advance. Balko season comes to an end. I will say it has been an absolute pleasure and a joy to get to bring Balko Bison basketball to you for a second season. It has been an absolute pleasure to get to bring Balko basketball to you here for a second season. I have loved every minute of it. It's been great. And I look forward to next season so we can do more exciting Balko Bison and Lady Bison basketball. So until next season, this is David Vaughn reminding you that no amount of success can compensate for failure in the home. Make sure that you let your family know each and every day just how much you love them. Until next year, take care and God bless.